I think the difference is, first of all, if you throw all those guys in the same bucket and you kind of break it down, the Cardinals have given and had given. They gave Bader a ton of opportunities, and he was pretty good when he was healthy. They've given Tyler O'Neill a ton of opportunities. He had one amazing year and a bunch of other years that were like, eh. The Randy Arozarena thing, they never gave him a shot.
Yeah.
By the way, they gave him a little bit of a shot, and he was actually really good for a really small sample size. They never gave Randy Arozarena a shot to be a good player in the big leagues with the Cardinals. They traded him before that was given.
Well,
all right, but let's think about this. So at the time, they had other outfielders who were considered prospects. And if you think about it, after O'Neill's good year, where he gets a Gold Glove, had offensive numbers.
That was before this.
Bader. But I'm saying time changes your perspective. It's a snapshot in time. Like when Bader was good and people were happy with him, and you had Carlson, who seemed like a prospect up and coming, he'll win a Gold Glove. It was like, look at our outfield now. They made the right decision. Snapshot in time. Well, they didn't make the right decision. And Arozarena is a good player, but he's, a 260 hitter, 20 homers, good speed. It's not like he's a Triple Crown candidate. He's a good player.
He's an above average.
He's a good player.
He's
a good player.
But he's better than essentially almost every single Cardinals outfielder
at this point. But
for the last 3 years.
But if you ask,
except for O'Neill last year.
If you look at O'Neill and Bader when he was healthy, you go, they made the right call with their outfielder. And Carlson was emerging at that point. It seemed like, I'm just saying, it's a snapshot in time, and hindsight is always 20/20.
But hold on, this is us on the radio talking about it. And to be fair, we can know all that we know about baseball. We're not.
Oh, I know.
We're not the executives. It's not an excuse. The Cardinals need to know their players. They need to be able to project their players better than anyone, better than other organizations. So, we can sit here and say it's okay. Oh, it's hindsight. No, the Cardinals need to be the best at knowing and projecting these players. Randy Arozarena, I understand sometimes you miss out. I'm not trying to destroy him. You never gave the man a shot. You gave all these other dudes a million shots. Randy Arozarena never had a shot in the big leagues with the Cardinals.
No,
beyond a couple games.
They couldn't give Arozarena a shot because of Dexter Fowler.
Well, that's true. They did have that contract at the time too. I'm just saying, Bader could end up flourishing in New York and be a star, and he'll be another guy. Oh, look at the outfielder they got. And I like Arozarena. I just don't think he's a Triple Crown guy where you're like, that's a huge
there he
miss.
Is, yeah.
If Bader gets if O'Neill gets healthy and is still with the Cardinals and gets back to having a season where he hits 30, homers, no one's going to even look at that. If healthy, I'd rather have Tyler O'Neill and the season he had when he was healthy. The question is, can he maintain it? I don't know.
Career numbers. Here's career numbers. Easy stat. OPS plus. It's gauged on 100. Harrison Bader career. This is offense. 97. Slightly below average. Tyler O'Neill, 116. Pretty good. Now that's buoyed by an amazing year last year also, but that's part of it. So 16% above league average. What do you think Randy Arozarena's career OPS plus is?
115.
Higher than O'Neill.
130.
130, I meant.
So he's way better offensively than Bader, and he's significantly better than Tyler O'Neill. For his career.
Yeah. But when you see what O'Neill was when he was healthy,
but it's an outlier.
That's what you're banking on.
What if that's an outlier?
Maybe it is.
Keep apologizing for the Cardinals, Jimmy. The idea, man. They're coming.
That's
the
right.
Cardinals overreacted to his Insta story.
And we're going to look at Bader once he's healthy and past his plantar fasciitis, and he gets traction in New York. We'll look at him the same way. Snapshot in time. People were glad Bader was gone. I at the time, people were saying, well, the Yankees must have had a deal that fell through to make that. No, they like his defense. They think he's going to be better offensively, and center field has been a disaster for the Yankees. My part of it, I knew what Montgomery's stats were, but I didn't realize how good he could be. So for me, it was a decent trade for the Cardinals because it filled a need.
I'm not crushing them for this, and we talked about this yesterday. The other part of the Bader equation was I think the Cardinals did not think they were going to be able to sign him long term.
Could be.
So they traded an asset with a year and a half of control for another asset, a pitcher, which they really needed, for a year and a half of control. Tyler O'Neill has a little more control in terms of years. If you go back to Randy Arozarena, that's the one that shocks you because that was a guy that you could have had for 6 years.
Yeah.
And you never gave him a shot. And he's been really, really good.
Because they felt like they had better options.
And that means they messed up. They messed
that's
up.
Fine. You're going to mess up when you're making a bunch of trades.
And we give John Mozeliak and the Cardinals all the credit in the world when they make great moves. But we should also criticize them when they make bad moves.
Oh, we do that. Tyler O'Neill had one good season. Can't the rights holder admit that one season may have been the outlier? They need to address the outfield, the Wombat. Bader is now at home in New York playing for his favorite team, being with a team you grew up with watching. I would think that makes a difference, Gio Fallon. Arozarena, Bader, Garcia looks pretty good right now. But, hey, we got Bro Neal, who can't stay on the field, Dylan, who can't hit righties, and Newt pepper grinding.
Hey, Newt.
Jobu.
What if Newt ends up being the best Cardinal of all these guys? Honestly, that could happen.
Could be.
We'll see.
Could
Charlie,
be.
quit opening your cough drops by the damn microphone.
That's Cat.
That's Cat.
I knew I was going to be. I'm blamed for Nate's voice. I'm blamed. What's the other thing I'm blamed for?
Oh,
awful takes.
Awful takes.
No, what else did you do?
No,
high school basketball
You
player?
said I was Vic Faust,
Oh, that's right.
and now I'm blamed for lozenge abuse.
You're Vic Voss and Nate put together.
Just so everybody knows, and Kat, I love you. We've discussed this. Kat is so far back from the microphone that they have to turn the microphone up.
Yeah.
So his lozenge on his teeth, you can hear it much more. You're ruining the show.
Why
And
don't
we're
we
gonna
do a
have
poll?
little
Would you rather
smack off?
Would you rather hear a lozenge on a tooth sound or Charlie spitting up phlegm live on the air?
I also have a
That was a
lozenge.
bad one. It hit you.
Two of them.
I will tell you, they are all awful. So I have had to turn my headphones so far down that I can barely hear because the combination, the cough drop on the teeth is quite the play.
What'd you do last night? You got a smile on your face. You hang on them Cougars again?
No,
Bridget?
I actually,
JJ?
you know what? I brought Sally Boy, our colleague. We went to Perennial, which is behind Olive and Oak
Webster.
in Webster.
For
How
sure.
was that?
Dude, Perennial is low-key one of the coolest spots. Great beer. Our server was awesome. She had us try basically every beer on the menu.
She got you wasted.
I think she was a little tipsy.
Behind the bar.
They're just, taste, but it was nice. And
So you just
the games were on.
I do
Yeah,
the same.
just kind of. She brought out like tastes of everything. It was great.
You get her number.
Nope, I got her name.
All right.
Did Solly get her number?
David Solomon with you? Oh, he probably wheeled the whole bar.
Have you ever seen Solly actually spit game?
No.
I would love to see that.
I would love to see that too.
Does he have? I don't even know. Does he have a girlfriend or
Wait,
something?
who did you
Charlie.
go out drinking with?
What?
I don't
Well, I've
know.
always-
Wow. What do you mean by that?
I didn't mean by anything.
You don't think David Solomon can have a girlfriend?
I didn't say that.
The way your face
Don't
reacted.
wait. You
Solly,
can't.
call
We're
in.
on the radio. You're not supposed
Solly, call in.
I told him he needs to get on J-Date.
to. Dude, go find that Christian girl that lives in Salem that wants to get the hell out of there
Wait,
because
you
her
were
daddy's
out drinking
abusive.
with Solomon?
Well, I've owed Solly. Solomon, he takes care of some things for me.
What does that mean?
Was he press buttons?
No, I mean, like, he'll give me a ride to and from the airport, or he supplies us with sound that I utilize on our shows. I mean, different things.
He's a good worker.
He is.
And he's a good
I
guy.
like Sully. I like Sully.
This is your ties to the Hadley family, isn't it?
He used to do that to Hadley too. You're right.
No,
Yeah.
this is. He is linked to the Hadley family more than he'll ever admit.
John Hadley.
Now I
very
get
much.
it. Now I get it.
Charlie is 100% spot on.
Thank you.
Cat, your alliance to Bally's cards is showing through. Arozarena should be wearing the birds on the bat. They need to assess their players better. That's from 6 years. Put a name down.
I don't even dispute that. I'm just saying my whole point is the same thing could happen to Bader in New York if he takes off, and they'll be like, "We never should have traded him," when everyone was happy that they did.
I disagree. I think those are different situations because Bader, he's been here for 4.5 years. He's won Gold Gloves. He's been pretty dang good when healthy. Arozarena, I looked it up. I think he got 19 games. What was it? He got 19 big league games. And I understand, okay, you liked other prospects better than Randy A. I understand that. But guess what? You were wrong.
Oh, I'm not even disputing it. I'm just trying to put it in context and saying the same thing could happen with O'Neill if he's traded, where everyone's going to be like, how could you let that guy go?
But what I'm trying to say is the difference is you've given Tyler O'Neill, what, is it 4 seasons-ish? I know he's been banged up. You gave Bader 4.5. You gave Randy A 19 games. If you trade away Tyler O'Neill, you could say, you know what, man? He had that great year. They gave him every shot in the world. He kept getting banged up. If he goes somewhere else and he's good, at least you tried it here. Same with Bader. You gave him every opportunity. He was good when he was on the field, little inconsistent, great defender, hurt this past year. You really needed pitching. I think baseball fans understand that. But it's different when you never give the man an opportunity.
Yeah, Cam, what's the advantage of playing for the hometown team, ? You've been there. Is that a legit thing that your performance take an upturn when you go back home? I mean, I don't know. Look, yeah, you want to play when you're playing at Busch Stadium, you know, you're playing in front of 50,000 people. You go to New York, like, there's probably not much of a difference. Like, you have the best thing going here. Yeah, you're playing in front of your mom and dad, and they're watching live, but I don't know. Sometimes it's probably the other thing.
You love playing for the Devils.
Loved it.
You loved it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so I think at some point there might be some, hey, it's cool playing, you know, for the team I grew up rooting.
Of course.
But, I mean, I base on stuff you've said, too, and it's a business.
You're playing.
And if you're comfortable and you've made sort of a name for yourself for that organization, it totally flips the script.
And sometimes when you play for your hometown, like, it gets annoying. You know, you got a lot of distractions. Now you live 2 separate lives. I have my buddies at home, my family, all my my house, and you got your hockey buddies. So that could hinder you in the way your mindset is going into games. You got a lot of people pulling you in different directions. You know?
I mean, a good example of that was Freeze. It was tough for him in certain situations playing in his hometown.
Oh, I know.
To be fair, though,
great guy.
In your particular position, do you think being a hometown guy and being part of the, let's be real, not just on the ice, but the marketing force of that young team, don't you think that added value? Like, don't you think a big part, not just because you're a good player and a good fighter, but the fact that you're from St. Louis,
wow,
isn't that a big reason the Blues wanted you?
Wow.
Hell yeah.
So I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
And I took advantage of it.
Yeah.
And now look what we do. But if I would have played for the Devils the whole time, it would have been harder for me to even have a radio show here. No one really knows you. Like, they flaunted us everywhere, every day, all day. We were everywhere. They threw us everywhere.
Come grow with us.
It was great. You can become popular real fast. And you just got to balance it.
Yeah, but no offense. By putting all their eggs in the Cam Jansen basket, talking about the Blues, they could have had a lot of other players.
I know. I was making way too much money.
That are having success elsewhere.
They also could have had more diverse players.
That's what I was thinking, too.
Way to tie
Where are the women at? My package is too big.
Which is why I'm
Where
glad.
are the women at?
Which is why I'm glad they replaced you with Ryan Reed.
That's right. That's right. I gave my spot for an African American. I did. Where's everybody else doing?
African Canadian.
African Canadian. Didn't know who Willie O'Ree was. Where's everybody else at?
See,
I did my part.
We started at one point and went all over the map. But one little joke by Charlie accidentally ties it all together. Well done.
I did my part.
First of all,
man, I'm horny.
Nothing I do is by accident unless I have phlegm into the mic.
You're a Zen master.
Everything I do is by
Charlie,
design.
thanks for bringing that up because I didn't realize it.
People need to be more like me.
I'm a good person.
I'm a good person.
I'm probably a better person than anybody. No one else has done that. No one else has done that.
Disagree.
Good for me.
Disagree.
Did you?
I left Fox 2. They hired 2 diverse, great broadcasters. So I'm better than you.
Seth, where are you at on this?
I'm playing a drop.
Yeah, but did you give up?
Oh, my
yes,
contribution.
because here's why.
Did you give
every day at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I let
he's
Joe
replaced
Davis come
by
in.
the great Joe Davis.
There it is.
So here's the only people that aren't really pro diversity, Kat and Nate.
No. No, because I was fired by 590, and then my spot was basically taken by someone older than me. Oh. So I think that's equitable because the elderly in this country are underserved and underutilized.
Who's older?
Iggy.
You weren't replaced by Iggy.
That's right. You
Iggy.
weren't. Were you replaced by him?
Iggy.
Wasn't he already there?
He became
I don't know.
like a co-host.
He's awfully white.
Yeah, but he's
He's
older.
awfully white.
He's a marginalized elderly. The old.
But he's white.
The
How
old.
old
But
is
he's
he?
white, though.
How old is he?
Doesn't count.
I don't know.
Oh, like 90?
I assume he's older than me. He looks older.
Nate, what about you now?
Sorry, what now?
Never mind.
Never mind. It's all right.
So-
You ruined it.
I'm trying to find something from yesterday. Sorry.
So I know we're going to have to take a break, but I'm going to tease here because, and Charlie, this is where I'm going to lean on you heavily because you have
this is the weirdest
social
thing.
media knowledge.
Oh, no.
So this is so weird, though.
Oh, no.
But my kid Tyler wanted to go take a picture with a social media celebrity
Influencer.
who's from St. Louis.
Who is it?
Creator. But let me tease it.
Okay.
So he had a good report card and got a good.
It's kicking
things-
ass,
yeah,
dude.
A
you know,
diversity report
so-
card?
Yes, because actually the education he gets is laden with diversity, so it's good. And he got the grades weren't diverse; they were all good. But the actual educational part is.
So you wish he had like an A, a B, a C, a D, and an F to be
No,
more
I'm saying
diverse.
that's the part where it wasn't diverse enough, where it was all good.